paanga lango ai. Ngā luenga whai, ale whai leleina le wha democracy Samoa.
It is indeed a great honor and privilege for us to host this very important occasion as we celebrate another milestone in the strengthening and development of Samoa's parliament and democratic institution. We are truly grateful for your presence this morning, which reflects the importance of this occasion and the strong partnerships and friendships that continue to support the work of Parliament.
Ia amtalia ai mal whaaloalo le tātou porkalami. Ia te au leawa tele o te walauri ai mal whaaloalo. Lau sunga le taitai le sauninga. Lau sunga Reverend Elder Palemia Tauili. O le taitai fono le kalesia whapotitonga kerusiano i Samoa. Mo le tātou sauninga alo tupupu.
To commence our program, we now respectfully invite Reverend Elder Palemia Tauili, Chairman of the Congregational Christian Church of Samoa, to lead us in the opening devotion. Lau sunga taitai o sauninga.
Good morning. No one has ever seen the face of God, and yet we have witnessed the many manifestations of His love and grace for our country. We pray that He will continue to grace us with His presence as we continue to celebrate the 64th year of our independence. Tātou te tālo. Whangai tia lava o mātou loto tamai, lo mātou atua. I le tele o lo walofa, mau whamanuianga, mo si o mātou atunu. A mata mai lava I maunga te tele, se o lava I a mātou whanau. O nai malo, mauo, mapaanga o e o lo alo lofa mai. A mātou iai a matanga, o le samiina o le nei ono se fulufata usanga o le savalinga. I le saulotonga na e fuai mo le nei atunu. Mātou whawhitai I le ano noa I o wawenga o lo walofatunoa. O mātou mōli mawina e maise lava. Le a matamai ana nafi o le nei tae ao. Se au mai foi le nei tuasa. O e si le fia le mafuanga tamai. O le fia o foi natu, mo le fia Tatalaina Aloā'ia, mo le fia whapaia o nei ngā luenga te teli. Sa tā pena e lo malo, e langolango sua, I le Fono ma le maota o Sāmoa. E tua iei le saili ngā tō whā ma le saili ngā uta. Awa lava tonu whai e manuia ai si o mātou atunu. Mātou te tālo le atua le tamai. O e lava e whawai ai si o mātou atunu. Aua nei e wau ia o whamanuianga mō Sāmoa ma ona tangata. A mata mai lava I ona taitai whale malo, whale anganu. O au na o taitai lau e kāle sia e o lava I o mātou wainga. Whamanuia I tangata anu uma o Sāmoa. Ma e o tofu sao I le nei whamoe moe. Whamanu e tele I a mātou paanga ma uo. O e o lo fisoso ani pea. I le ati na ina o Sāmoa mo atai ao. Mātou te tālo foi e manuia le tāpua inga le kāle sia. Awa lo whaivalo watunu e sami. Lona malo toto tasi wau le mai le ono se fulu ma le whātau sanga. Whapa ia e la o fio nei ngā luenga. Ia e whapa ia foi la to umo le a whaonga ina nei whali. Awa lava se manuia o si o mātou atunu. Whahau au pea lo walofa le atua le tamai. I le whahau au ina o polo kalame o le nei whamoe moe tāhua. Le ngata o le nei au auli se i o na nei au tai au foi ma ona talatu. Mātou te tālo e o foi nātu lava le whai unga o nei whiau ma le nei whamoe moe. E pale ai la o fio I le vi inga. Ola mātou te tālo lea, oi foi o aulia le nei tu aso o fia. I le whano noa o le loi mata malingi o le wala au pa ia la o fio ma so se puapuanga au ai te tuua tama puanga au mai pea lo walofa e peo na e masani ai e la vea i o tangata o le mātou te tālo lea e ala ia Yesu lo mātou lima le whaola. Amene.
Ia le lo fata wa fai masuyo le mau volungo o lo fa le pane mole toi le faftai tele lo sunga le tete le sauninga faftai mo fa manga fa le nganga mo lau wina wal ni yaso mal fa mo me faftai ai le lo fo le tu le soifu mo le ola tulu ale ne yaso wala le tau sufi foi so tanto manga longa wa le tofi lo le paleli yo le fofanga o le fa le ton mal fale ton we fa no manu fo wa se fa manu yanga mo na yo tato pa anga ta wala mai le anga le yo le tu na fuail ni ngalwen ya we fa manu ye fo wa le ngalwen mo le lumana yo le tem karasi Sāmoa aya le maulunga nei yaso mal fa mo alo fangi le tu pa to fa mai le langi lo finangal fa taleni fa ta ma ainga le nganga lo lua sase lua a wale tawatina ino la nga luenga e ala i le up fola a ale taita ingo le kalesia faftai tele tu sai mo tato por kalami o le ava noa nei mo le saunoanga au tu la fonga ina le fionga le fala folo le palemene le fionga le fonga talai o te vala Aoā'ia ma le falo alo lau fionga mo lau saunoanga.
Distinguished guests, it is now our honor to invite the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Sāmoa, the Honourable Aoa'ao Faitūlāfono, to deliver the keynote address. Lau fionga le fonga fetalai.
Sungai toina fatonu, Reverend Alta Palemia Tawili Ili. O le taitai fono le ekalesia fapotonga Kirisiano i Sāmoa. Lawa fionga le Kovansilio Australia, le fionga ya Miss Sam Moisting. Lawa fionga i le au mamalu o le malo tutu o Tasio Sāmoa. Lawa fionga tui maleli fano va le toa soa lau vi le lua, Malmasiof. Tai wa tunu tua oi wa avea ma tātou paanga. Lawa fionga i le li Palemia o Sāmoa, suyus fono o le Palemene, ma lo faalo alongia, alii matamaita. E ia te au le avatele ma le nei ma walunga. I lo utulanga o le fonga fetalai o le Fono Aoao Faitūlāfono a Sāmoa. E faa feiloa i Aloā'ia atua i lo utou mamalu i le nei sauninga whapitoa. O te whātalofa Aloā'ia atu fo'i i laua fionga i le Kovansilio Australia. Malau au malanga mamalu e tusai mala o utou ulua i asia singa mai i Sāmoa nei. O lo outou a fio mai le so, ua tangi ai le whainga wou, ua tausanga i le vao Sāmoa ma Ausitalia. Ua whawaina i le vā le lei, fi whaalo aloa. O la tātou tala whasolopito ngā luenga whai whatasi. O le whetau si ai. Ma so o tanga wā lata o tātou tangata. Ma whai ngā mālo ua silia i le 5.5 tausanga. O le so ua tātou patipiti ai ni la sanga maoa e tolu. O le whama ina o le poloketi o le toe atina ina o le nofoanga atoa o le palemene. O le sauninga o le Tatalaina o le Ofisa fou o le Fono Aoao Faitūlāfono. Ma le Tatalaina o le maota malolo fou o suis fono le maota o lua ftasanga. O le nei sauninga ua tūlanga ese lona tāua. Tānuai ua whātaunuina i le taimi o le whāmanatuina o le onos furma le whātausanga o le tūtuatasi o Sāmoa i lona malae tāua ma taua i tia whau nei o le malae pa ia ma mamalu a wā o le nofuanga na urua i sisi na ai le fua o le saurotonga i le tasi le afe iwa se lau onos furma le lua. Ua tala wheunga ai lo tātou whātasi tia whau nei. E le ngata o tātou whātasi ai ma tātou mālo whaalo alongia, ai o le mamalu o Sāmoa ua tala mai a ao. E mori mau le nei taunu unga tāua ua ausia e lo tātou mālo. O le sauninga i le so e whaamanatu ai se aso tāua e lo tātou tala whasolpito. I le tausanga e lua afes furuma le lua, na afio mai ai le kovana sili o Australia i le nā taimi. La na afionga mamalu ia Dame Quentin Price. Sa avea maurua i malo whaalo alongia tau aloa mai i se isi atunu. Ua sau noa i tutonu o le palemene o Sāmoa talu mai le tolus furu tausanga. I le nā whainga malanga sa whailoa i Australia lona lango i le toe atina ina o nofuanga o le palemene a Sāmoa. O le latou mea alofa, a wale whaamnatuina o le 5.000 o le tātou tūtuatasi. O le aso, ua tātou mori mawina ai le whaataunuina o le nātou whaamamao. Whape ai ma le tātou whainga pāanga masani. O le whanga solonga mai e o mai le aso, sa whetai ai malu i tau. Peitai o le pulu nau, ngā lulue whaatasi ma le tūtū mau i le whaamoemoe, ua tātou taunu umai ai i le nei la asanga maoae. I nei vai aso ua tuana i atu, e toa tele i lātou sa ngā lulue ma le whaalongo tinga. I le ao ma le pō, e tā pena le malae manofoanga mo le sauninga i le so. E whai ailo leo ma fonga anga o le palemene o Sāmoa. O le whai ngā malo ma tangata anu o Sāmoa, o te wha leo ina i lea nganga whaaftai tele, ia i lātou uma sa tofu sao i nei ati nai. O le wha ina o le nei polo keti, ua o fi ai le whausia ina o le malu, ma stepu fou i fafo, o le whai toa i luma o le maota fono. O le malu lea i fafo o le urufale ai le maota o le palemene, o ala ta avale tau le whai toa, whaatasi ai maala e whai ngofi ai o na taunu i le maota, le mamalu o tangata e iai o lātou manaonga whapitoa. O nei ngā luenga ua mawaini no fuanga e whai ngofi e, ma saonga le mu mo tātou tangata uma e asi mai. Ma mori mawina tau alumanga o ngā luenga le palemene. O le poloketi o le malu i luma o le maota, sa tu sia le ata ma mata i tu mai le amatanga, e le kampania Grammar Asia Pacific Limited. Ai muli ane ua whaatautaia le mata i tu ina o le ngā luenga, e le mata ngā luenga o ngā luenga, he la ua inga ma ngā luenga tetele. Ma o le whaatinonga ngā luenga sa whaia le kampani ale All Electrical Company Limited i se tau e tusa male 5 miliona tala Samoa. O le aso whailonga inai le sauninga o le Tatalaina o le Ofisa fou o le Fono Aoao Faitūlāfono. E au fiai le wha mai ina o le fonga fale mua o lo iai le potu fono tele, potu fono a committee ma ofisa o le fofonga fitalai. Whailau tusi ma le au whai ngā luenga a le palemene. E ui lava o lo fuafua le wha mai ina a toa, ma whapena ona tu ina atu le ngā luenga i lona mai ai i se taimi o iluma o le nei tausanga. Ai pita i wa mātou fia lava e te Tatalaina i le aso, ma avea ai o se vaenga o le whamna tuina o le tuto atasi e le atunuu atoa. O le nei poloketi o mawhai o na whataunuina e tawala mai i le lango, ua sili o na maualunga le malo au se talia. Mai o mai le aso, ua whaaluina le tusa ma le tolu se fulu tesi ma le 2 miliona au se talia, ma e tutusa lea ma le 5 se fulu ma le valu tesi ma le 2 miliona tala Samoa. O le ata tusia ma le mate ituina o le ngā luenga, sa whaatino e le company ale Alexander and Lloyd Australia Limited. Ai o le ngā luenga o le whausiaina, ua whaataunu e le company Reeves International. Ua mātou mita fo ilava te tala Aloā'ia le maota marolo fou. Ua whaingoina o le maota lua whatasanga. O le nei poloketi o se fuafuanga le whainga malo o lo tū le foe, ina ia tu ina atu se awanoa tala e lai, whaale anga nuu, e tala whenga iai a wale lango atu i ngā luenga, e whenga iai ma le pale mene pe ataua fia. Whapea ai masauninga le atunu. Ua whaingoina le nei maota, e mana tu ai ma whaalo alongia i pea le fionga ia lua whatasanga kalap. E tu sa ai malana tautua i longa sa ave ai, ma fofonga fetalai mua o le pale mene o Sāmoa. E tu sa ai ma le lava tūlanga, e whaamawina le loto whaanga e tia i le ainga o le fionga ia lua whatasanga. Ua taoto mai malai, e tusa malalato sao mātango fie, i le whātotonga ina o le maota lea. O la autou lango, ua tarisa paia whaafatu ele, ma o le atu maupea lea a vea ma vaenga o le ngafa, o le nei fale, a watu pulanga whai mai. O le maota lua whatasanga sa whausiaina ele company ale All Electrical Constructions Limited. Ma sa whatu peina ele malo Sāmoa i le tau, lua tesi ma le 2 miliona tala Sāmoa. O le nei poloketi atangi ai le au le lei o mamanu, ma whausanga o wha atufunganga Sāmoa. Ma ua whapena na lango atu iai le pitola au tāua le pale mene. Ua mātou fia fo i e whaamawina o le maota malolo, ua fuafua e whaamaeina atoa i le vaiaso lona lua iuni i le tausanga ni lava. I le whaamae ai o nei ati nae, o le vainga alualu ma mao sa iai mo le toe ati na ino no fuanga atoa o le pale mene o Sāmoa. Lea ua tini taunuu e ala lea i le toe fausiaina, o le malu iluma o le maota fono, e ofisa fou o le Fono Aoao Faitūlāfono, ma le maota o lua whatasanga. O tūlanga sili ona tāua, o nei ati nae ua le na oni fale, a wa o loo atangia mai ai lo tātou pulu nau whatasi. Ina ia whaamalosia le whaatemo kalasi, o pūlenga ma le maua o awanoa e le mamalu lautele, e mori mawina ai taurumanga whaapale mene, a wā tangata uma o Sāmoa. O le avea foi ma whailonga tu mau o le whainga paanga, ma le whainga uo ua mausali a Sāmoa ma au se talia. I le tātou pati ai o le nei la sanga mawae, a o whamana tuina le onos fun ma le whātau sanga o le tātou tuto tasi. Tātou te whaaftai ai le atua, e tūsai ma lana taʻitaʻiga ma faamanuiaga I luga o Samoa ma I latou uma sa tofusao mai I le poloketi o le atinaina o nofoaga o le palemene a Samoa o te faafetai atu I lo outou tala ao mai a tatou faatasi I lenei aso faafetai tele. Reverend Alta Palemia Tawilili, Chairman of the Congregational Christian Church of Samoa. Your Excellency, the Governor-General of Australia, Honourable Miss Sam Moistin, His Highness, the Head of State of Independent State of Samoa, Laua Fionga Tuimaleli Fano Vale Toa Swallow Vilelua, and Masiofa. Heads of our neighboring and partners countries, the Honourable Prime Minister of Samoa, members of the Parliament, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honour and privilege as Speaker of the Samoan Legislative Assembly to warmly welcome you to these very special occasions. I extend a sincere welcome to Your Excellency, the Governor-General of Australia, and your distinguished delegations on your first trip to Samoa. Your presence today reflects the strong and enduring friendship between Samoa and Australia, built over more than 55 years of diplomatic relations, shared histories, mutual respect, and close ties between our peoples and governments. Today, we celebrate three significant milestones: the completions of the Samoa Parliamentary Complex redevelopment projects, the ceremonial opening of the new Office of Legislative Assembly, and the opening of the new Members' Lounge, Namaota o Luaftasanga. This occasion is especially meaningful as it takes place during Samoa's 64th independence celebration here on the historic Malaio Te Whau, the sacred grounds where Samoa first raised its independence flag in 1962. It is therefore fitting that we gather here today not only with distinguished guests, but also with the people of Samoa who have come to witness this important achievement for our nations. Today's ceremony also reminds us of an important moment in our parliamentary history. In 2012, then Governor-General of Australia, Her Excellency Dame Quentin Price, became the first foreign dignitary in 30 years to address the Parliament of Samoa. During that historic visit, Australia announced its support towards the redevelopment of Samoa's parliamentary complex as a gift for Samoa's 50th independence anniversary. Today, we witness the fulfillment of that vision and partnership. The journey to this day has not been without challenges, but through commitments and cooperations, we have reached this important milestone. Over the past weeks, many people worked tirelessly, day and night, to prepare these grounds and facilities for today's ceremony. On behalf of the Parliament of Samoa, the government and people of Samoa, I express sincere appreciation to everyone who contributed to these projects. The completions of these projects includes the newly constructed ceremonial podium and steps, the porch entrance to Parliament House, new driveway, and improved access for persons with disabilities. These works provide safer and more accessible facilities for all who visit and participate in the parliamentary process. The podium project was designed and supervised initially by Grammar Asia Pacific Limited and later overseen by the Ministry of Works, Transport and Infrastructure, with constructions undertaken by All Electrical Company Limited at a total cost of approximately 5 million Samoan tala. Today also marks the ceremonial opening of a new Legislative Assembly office, including completions of Level 1, house the conference room, committee rooms, and offices for the speakers, clerks, and parliamentary staff. While building is expected to be fully completed and handed over later this year, but we are pleased to open it today as part of these national celebrations. This project has been made possible through the generous support of the Government of Australia, with an investment to date of 30.2 million Australian dollars, equivalent to approximately 58.26 million Samoan tala. Alexander and Lloyd Australia Limited provided the design and supervision, while Reeves International carried out the construction works. We also proudly opened a new members' lounge, now officially renamed the Maota Luaftasanga. This project was an initiative of the current government to provide an appropriate traditional space to support the work of Parliament during sittings and national events. The Maota has been named in honor of the late Honourable Luafatasanga Kalapu, in recognition of his distinguished services as the first Speaker of the Samoan Parliament. In this regard, we also acknowledge with gratitude the family of the late Honourable Luafatasanga for their generous contribution towards furnishing the Maota. Your support is deeply appreciated and will remain part of the legacy of this building for generations to come. The Maota Luaftasanga was constructed by All Electrical Constructions Limited and funded by the Government of Samoa at a cost of 2.8 million Samoan tala. The project reflects the beauty of Samoa architecture and craftsmanship, while supporting the important work of Parliament. We are also pleased to know that the members' lounge is expected to be fully completed by the second week of June this year. While the completions of these developments, the visions for the redevelopment of Samoa's parliamentary complex has now been fully realized through the reconstructions of the Maota Fono podium, the new Legislative Assembly office, and the Maota Oluaftasanga. Most importantly, these redevelopments are not simply about buildings. These represent our shared commitments to strengthening democracy, governance, and public access to parliamentary processes for the people of Samoa. They also stand as a lasting symbol of strong partnership and friendship between Samoa and Australia. As we celebrate this milestone during our 64th independence anniversary, we give thanks to God for his kindness and blessings upon Samoa and upon all those who contributed to the Samoa Parliamentary Complex redevelopment projects. Thank you once again for joining us today. Whaftai tele, soifua mai manuia.
Malo whaftai. Lo fiong al fong talai mon sa no nga utul ne yaso. Yo la matu talo anga le le. Le fai ngo fi le vala wina. Ya wal to single mota mo le lufi lufina. Tama ai ngo le tnu e ale fin ngalo sunga fono e fia le tnu. Ye ile anga le yo le tu. Ile o fiong ye ile fa malo longo mala na fa unga. Tapa au ye lo fin ngalo. Wal to vina. Ole no fo le parliament le tnu. Malo whawhatai. Tusa ilo tātou pūkalami. O le avanua nei mo le saunoanga a le fionga le Kovansili o Australia. Peitai. E tusa ilo tū maanga masani a Australia. E eise whātinonga whāleanga nu o le amumu mai. O le a whātumua iai le folsanga o le saunoanga lana fionga. O le awa saunia e talainga iai taitounga e whailoa i foi le avaenga o le anganu whaalolongi ai e whailo inga ma le malo Sāmoa le so. Wala au whaalot tuai i o loto teimil nei ma le ngang whaalot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now enjoy a special cultural performance presented by our friends from Australia. Immediately following the performance, it will be our great honor to invite Her Excellency, the Governor-General of Australia, to deliver the official remarks. Please enjoy the performance.
Mua whawhakaile a ko le kapa au le langi o whakasi whakou. O le keimi ngei, o le soo o le whau. Unity and strength. First, to thank our great Creator, our Heavenly Father. Lau ingoa o kai kuunga, o lo makua sau mai sapunga o e whalelili, o lo koulua I sau mai kunguri maruaugo yugarba. I Australia. Umanga kua le upulea e le mu maka kungoa pe lo umakua pe kai e mula u faku o wa umika mika wa Sāmoa. I didn't grow up in the lands of my parents as we are living in Australia, but I'm proud to be Samoan. And today signifies a great showcase of my children who are proud Aboriginal, Australian, and proud Samoan. And today we will share some of the old Gungari lines, which we had a chat with Your Majesty this morning, about our Nana Ruth Hegarty, who is 96 years old, one of the old elders, Aboriginal elders back home in Yagara Turrbal country in Brisbane. And the song lines you will hear were passed on to me as a father to make sure that the angongu'u of the Aboriginal culture keeps going strong. So today, e whainga kāwa, kulau fo'i, Your Majesty, Governor-General of Australia, Auru Mau, Malo, Sāmoa, e whainga kā fo'i lo Paramia, Sāmoa. Distinguished guests, leaders, and the beauty of that word, unity and strength. That today you will hear the song lines of the Gungari Nation, as my children will be dancing for their mother's people of Australia on their father's country of Sāmoa. First, you're going to hear the Yiraki. We're going to do the different animals, ole dingo, ole mele Australia. Now you're going to hear the kookaburra. The barada, red kangaroo. The baby joey. Malangata, the snake. Ya. Sao mai la o Pepe Aloā'ia aleka e whaile pese jere jindi o le Willy Wagtail. Jere jindi gondana nen vayano ne katala. Jere jindi gondana nen vayano ne katala. Jere jindi gondana nen vayano ne katala. Dede godala nan vayano ne gadala. Dede godala nan vayano ne gadala. Dede godala nan vayano ne gadala. The Barda, the red kangaroo. Yeah. E saule koa. E su e mai me ai. All right. Two warriors looking goa kawa. Moraye na dole 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 na le dole dole na dole dole na le dole dole. Moraye na dole dole na le dole dole. Moraye na le dole dole na le dole dole. Moraye na le dole dole na le dole dole na le dole Moraye na le dole dole na le dole dole. Spazzi pazzi o Alecca. What am I?
Good afternoon, everybody. Reverend Elder Palami Taloeli, Your Highness, the Head of State of the Independent State of Samoa and your good lady, members of the Council of Deputies, the Honourable Prime Minister of Samoa and your wife, the Honourable Prime Minister of Tonga and his wife, representatives from New Zealand, Fiji, American Samoa and Tokelau Samoan, Cabinet Ministers and members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Talofa Lafa. Prime Minister, it is an honour to join you and distinguished representatives of your government to celebrate Samoa's 64 years of independence. I would like to say our heartfelt Faha Fete Tele Lava, I'm not doing my Samoan very well today, for the warmth and hospitality that you and the entire Samoan community have shown Simeon, my husband, and me on our first official visit to Samoa, and for inviting us to join you in this very important occasion. I want to thank you further, Honourable Prime Minister, and Samoa's peoples and communities for the gratitude and respect you have shown the people of Australia as a guest of honour, by hosting our High Commissioner, His Excellency Will Robinson, as a guest of honour at Saturday's Tahalolo event. We are deeply humbled by your respect and your recognition of the support provided to Samoa by the Australian people. Now, this morning's commemoration program, I have to say, was simply magnificent. The joy and enthusiasm and pride of so many people, but particularly the young people, the students, celebrating their schools, their teachers, their learning, their communities. They were of all ages, across all stages. Their excitement and their pride in Samoa was deeply uplifting. I've also been very touched, along with Simeon, by the church services that we've had the honour to attend yesterday. Listening to those beautifully sung hymns, sung just so faithfully by the Samoan family and friends, and also by the message and the prayer delivered earlier this morning, as it has been today, by the Reverend. I also want to thank Tatalaina, who just presented one of the most exceptional family ceremonial presentations that showcases the intersection of Samoan and Australian First Nations cultures. What we just saw, we don't see so often. In addition to those that you saw performing, I want to thank Shani Hegarty. It's Shani's land we were hearing about from Queensland. It's Shani's great-grandmother, whose words we were hearing. And together with Aleka and Esso, who did the dancing and the playing of the yidaki, or the didgeridoo, we were seeing a truly special moment of celebration between our two peoples. And it was done so, so beautifully. In fact, I was delighted you were able to hear, Your Highness, the didgeridoo, or the yidaki, being played, because we gifted you a similar yidaki carved by an elder yesterday as part of our thanks for your hosting of us in your beautiful nation. And just days ago in Sydney, I was delighted to see Samoan culture celebrated in one of our very spectacular events. It's called the Vivid Festival, a festival of light in Sydney, and the Samoan Australian artist, Angela Tiatia, is the headline artist with a monumental three-dimensional projection of viola illuminating the entire facade of our modern museum at Circular Quay every night. Australians and our international guests are seeing Samoan culture illuminated on buildings that are important to us right now. I think it's these experiences that show the strength, the depth and the endurance of our bilateral relationship, our close and growing closer people-to-people links, and the positive and inspiring impact our people are having together with the communities of Samoa and Australia. Learning about Faha Samoa, the Samoan way, has been inspiring for us. It's reminded me that while there are, of course, many differences between us, our cultures, our communities, our societies, and our institutions are built on shared values and foundations that I see across Samoa and Australia. This includes, of course, the role of community groups, churches, civil society groups and volunteers in supporting education, healthcare, vulnerable populations and the elderly. We also share the importance of family and community, inclusiveness and our shared love and passion for sports and music. Today, I am so proud to be representing Australia for part of the opening ceremony for this precinct and for these three buildings that embody the partnership between our two nations. These buildings, as we have heard, house institutions that uphold the democratic values that both our countries cherish for the benefit of every citizen, community and nuu. First, through our support of the Fono Aoao, and now through the Legislative Assembly Office These buildings are our shared commitment to strengthening democracy, institutions and governance. Our parliaments are connected through democratic values and actually through the buildings themselves. Harold Guida, the lead architect responsible for the design of the Fono, also helped design Australia's new Parliament House in the 1980s. Australian Parliament House in Canberra is an iconic building for all Australians, and I'm sure the Fono will hold a similar place in Samoans' lives. I'm so proud that the Fono and the Legislative Assembly Office reflect and support the institutions, parliamentary processes and people of Samoa for the long term. The building incorporates a traditional Samoan design of a whale. The new Legislative Assembly Office is modern, functional, cost-effective, climate resilient and fit for purpose, and both the buildings are inclusive and allow for all Samoans to engage in Samoa's democratic processes. Local workers and subcontractors were engaged to build them so that the people of Samoa could benefit from the economic opportunities and jobs. Honourable Prime Minister, it is a gift to us as representatives of Australia to take part in today's ribbon cutting and tree planting processions that will mark the ceremonial opening of Samoa's parliamentary precinct and the strength of our bilateral relationship. Even the tree we are planting, the whetau, native to both Samoa and Australia, is symbolic of our relationship. And if I may, Honourable Prime Minister, I would like to now hand you, and it would give me great honour to present you, a hand-carved message stick created by First Nations men, Aboriginal men in Australia, Milmulian, Anambra, Wayland and Ewan songman and artist. It also links you to the performance we have just seen that combines Samoa and First Nations in Australia. As you know, Australia's Indigenous cultures have a history dating back over 60,000 years, and traditionally the message stick that we have presented you were used by Aboriginal peoples to convey messages, invitations and agreements across communities. We believe they are enduring symbols of communication grounded in trust, respect and understanding. Milmulian's work is guided by his principle with his people, and it is called one family or one mob. And so the message stick is gifted to you as a symbol of Australia's deep partnership with Samoa, one that's grounded in trust, respect and understanding. On behalf of all Australians, from one ancient land to another, I wanted to convey this gift on the occasion of the celebration of Samoa's independence, 64 years of successful independence. I hope our visit and our gifts and our presence serve as a symbol of the friendship, the faith and the affinity with which we are united, and as a reminder of the connection between our two countries as one family. And I hope it serves as a message of Australia's trust, respect and understanding for the independent state of Samoa. I also want to offer you, Prime Minister, this letter. It's one that I've sent you separately, but we wanted to present it to you framed. It marks the 64th anniversary of your nation's independence, and in the letter, on behalf of all Australians, I extend my warmest wishes to you, the government, and the people of the independent state of Samoa on this extraordinary occasion, and say congratulations on the extraordinary success of 64 years of independence. And with that, it is just for me, on behalf of Simeon, me, the Australian delegation, the High Commissioner and his team here, and all Australians, to say congratulations on this momentous occasion. It is serendipitous that we're celebrating two things: the opening of this precinct on the day in which you celebrate the 64th anniversary of your independence. Thank you for inviting us to join you in these celebrations. I'm going to try and do this. So fua ma ea manuia.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your gracious remarks. And thank you, Taitu'unga, and your beautiful children for the wonderful performance.
Ila tele walau le mal falolo lau fionga le palemi o Sāmoa, lau fionga honorable lau le malito pola te fosi. Mo lau saunoanga na soile ma le otina o le lipine o le talaina o tātou ngaluenga. E na afu ni taiao malangang falolo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now invite the Honorable Prime Minister of Samoa, Honorable Laulian Malitoa Polatai Fosi, to deliver his remarks and officiate the ribbon cutting ceremony. Lau fionga leli palmia fiufili o Samoa.
O te manatu o lau leto e asaina leo ngā sami wa umanasa. O wa leo wa maea o na pai uruwhanua, upo le tātou tai au male aso e maluai tia whau. O le malai o le whautu ngā tangi a Sāmoa. Pāwhtai tere lau o fionga le Kōwanasili o le malo Australia. Thank you very much for the present of the magic stick. I ask for the thorn for me to blow in my village when it comes to our night watchman. Le aso le nei o lea ua maea o na sao noa le fionga le fonga whetalai. O aunga na o aute o le taiao ma le aso le nei. O la ule to e Tatalaina Aloā'ia e wā ua tuu matamanga. Le wafa whenga iai o le pāle mene ma le malo. E leo to e taua Australia o sa tātou wō whai paanga. O e taua Australia o le tātou ainga. Ma e le to e wha matalaina le tūlanga o le sao taua. O leo tātou muli mau le taiao ma le aso le nei. Vi ia le atua, i le alofa ma le anga le lei, i le wha mautu wina o le pāle mene o Sāmoa. Pāwhetai le atua, i le alofa ma le anga le lei o nei atunu, o tātou wāwai ai le wha mautu wina, o se tasi o poutu toa o le tātou malo, o le pāle mene o Sāmoa. Le ala lea o tātou whaalongolongo, ma le whawhetai le atua, i nei tupe tele o whawai mai le malo Australia. Mosi o tātou atunu. O le tatalo, ia whaamanuia tele le atua, i lau awhionga le Kōwanasili o Australia, ma le malo Australia, e ala i lau tau whoi. A mais tātou patele, tātou pāle mene, lau awhionga le whongawhitalai, lau awhionga le au mamalu le malo, ma lau masiofo, lau awhionga le teitai o le sauninga, tātou whawhetai o le neifo ai tāua mo tātou. The Honourable Speaker has already graciously and convey significance of this morning official ceremony, and therefore I do not wish to prolong proceedings further. Today is a proud moment for Sāmoa. This facility is not only an investment in infrastructure, but investment in the future of Parliament, our democracy, and our nation. I am so blessed to be the Speaker of the House in 2012. The beginning of this project, and my heart cries today, I've seen the completion. So I convey my sincere appreciation, Governor General of Australia and the Government of Australia for this marvelous infrastructure for Sāmoa Parliament. As we celebrate this achievement during the 64th independent anniversary, may this development continue to serve the people of Samoa from many generations to come. May God continue to bless Samoa, Australia, on our enduring partnership. At this time, I respectfully invite Your Excellency, the Governor-General of Australia, to join with me to the official cutting of the ribbon as a symbol of our strong partnership, friendship, and shared commitment to the future of Samoa. May this new chapter continue to strengthening the work between the Parliament in serving the people of Samoa of dignity, integrity, and unity. It is now our honor to officially declare all these development open. Soifua mai manuia.
doing it together?
Yeah, doing it together.
I think the cameras would like us to do this. Here we go. Can we look at everybody there? Here we go. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Whoop.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You have been,
Yes,
oh, sure.
thank you.
La whaia le leo, sui le palemene ma le whainga malo, le tu tino le whamsinonga ma tangata anu o Sāmoa, e wala au whara le toi lau fionga malu i le au le malo, se e au wai atu mo le toina o le la au, o whinangalo iai le Kovanasili Australia, e whai ma whamnitunga, o le whainga paanga Sāmoa, i le mai ai o ninga luenga teli, mo le nganga whaloalo, lau fionga malu le au le malo.
Next on our program is the tour of the new Legislative Assembly office. The CEO of Reeves Company and His Highness, His Excellency, Mr. Will Robinson, High Commissioner of Australia to Samoa, will kindly lead the way. Thank you.
Yava malfalo alo, taimli nei o le mai moanga le mota, muna o whonga whale mua ua maea, ia o le mai moanga o le ataitai e le fionga le High Commissioner Australia, ia malo fisiri o pulenga le company o lo fausi e le mota, ia tātou te anga i le tūlea malanga o whalo alo.
Lo watunu Sāmoa wa elalele. Lo watunu Sāmoa wa elalele. Lalele oe inu ole vasa. Mita inu e se poso se mea ona ono ingoa ole Sāmoa ua beata ua e ona le whanua po o tau sitia le ngota ua po tau sonoia oi tupuna mai o te ole ina nei e fia wha Europa e naunauia e maua le poto sili awane ia oa ona ono ulu aia sili no loto tupulanga o Sāmoa o te ole ai ina nei sili au tupelo tiute pe e te alu inu mama o poso o se mea mana tua e taua o tamatua o laua mi o lelei ia whaile ma o sei tau fi mauna wanganu ia whaile